Hey everybody, how are you? It's Peter again for MLB Trade Rumors and Discussions. It's January 8, 2020. Keeping going this every day for the rest of the year, just like I promised you guys. Let's jump right into the move today for the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's a good move. It's something that we all knew was coming. It's something I've been mentioning in my videos for a very long time. However, it's not the move I wanted because Steve Cishek got signed yesterday. However, it's a good move. I'm a little confused because there's some really good to this and some confusing to this, right? So we signed Hector Rondon, and the first deal that I read was for about $3 million, and I was like, Hazen's a genius, right? This guy has closer experience, and when he was a closer, he was really good, and when he was to set up man, he didn't do as well. So then I thought to myself, I was like, that's terrific. Then as the deal kept going on, I heard it can go up to $5 million with incentives. So then it started making me think. I'm like, well, Cishek just got $6 million, so why would you sign Rendon for just a little bit cheaper? And Cishek has closer experience, a better ERA. Regardless, right? It's still a really good move. The reason why I'm saying it's a good move is because Hazen has been pretty successful with this. He did Fernando Rodney, and it was worked out very well. Holland didn't work out so well, I didn't think Holland was going to work out well. He worked out for a little bit, though. It definitely worked out. But not as the whole year. So if you looked at some of Holland's games last year, the thing was he blew some games towards the middle. He blew those Dodger games, which killed us, because that right there was definitely could have been a streak. Things change. And then, when you start blowing the bullpen like that, everybody changes, and we try to find ourselves. So that could have been easily a 90-win season that would have made us maybe get closer to the wild card. Who knows what would have happened. So it's very important to pick these guys. But it's just that Mike Hazen continues to do great moves like this. Let me go over some of his numbers. We know I wrote them down just for you right here. 2014, 2.46 ERA, 29 for 33 saves. Really good. 2015 was his best year. 1.67 ERA, 30 for 34 saves. Wonderful. 2016, he definitely jumped up by around 2 runs. 3.53, 18 out of 23. It's definitely not a bad year at all, but compared to the year before that. 2017, this is where it started to go up. 4.24, and he wasn't the closer at that time, right? So that's where you start looking like, here we go. Maybe he's not good for this as a setup guy. Some people are better in the close in the ninth inning role. 2018, jumped way back down, and for Houston, 3.2 ERA, closer, 15 out of 22. Definitely not what you want. I would say you want at least 18 out of 22 in those situations, but at least you know that he can get some of it done. And then 2019, last year, was a 3.7 ERA, and then he wasn't the closer. Now, here's the deal. I've watched a lot of his videos. I've watched him pitch a bunch of times. They even show it on the Diamondback website. I've seen him strike out guys like Trout, Chu, and in the video that they showed, I've even watched him a bunch of times, especially in Houston. He does make people look dumb. He throws around 97. Now, all this for a very cheap price, right? So whether it's going to be, let's just say $4 million for now, because who knows if he's going to get to $5 million. It's a steal. It's a big steal because he has a club option. So who knows what's going to happen. But what I like about the move the most is that he can close, and he has experience closing. Like I mentioned before in my other video, I do not trust Archie Bradley. So right now, if you think about the Diamondback bullpen, we have 3 closers. We have Archie Bradley, we have now Hector Rondon, and then we have Ginkel, who I think is going to be the closer eventually. Those 3 guys, right? One of those 2, besides Ginkel, right, Bradley or Rondon, is going to start the year as a closer, depending on how they do in spring training. Then from there, I think Ginkel is going to slowly take over because he just looks purely like a closer, and the guy, nothing phases him when he was a rookie. So I see this guy just being an easy closer for years to come, which is great. So that's why you get guys like Rondon right now, just in case Bradley does fail, you have somebody to back him up, and then you don't have to put all that pressure on Ginkel. So I love the move. I absolutely do. So you tip your hat to Hazen again. Like I was telling you guys yesterday, something big was going to happen. That wasn't big, but that was a piece that we were looking for. It was the minor piece, right? We were looking for a bullpen piece, and then we were looking for an outfield spot. The outfield's still there. So now, if Hazen doesn't trade Robbie Ray, we're down to about $8 million. $9 million maybe. So that's a little bit scary because who are we getting? What's happening? I'm telling you, something big has to happen, right? Again, I was looking at another trade. I was looking at something possible about Oakland, right? I'm looking at, you got Mark Canha, who's really a power right-handed hitter. So you got another guy who you can make a move. There's going to be guys that they're going to start making moves for soon because something has to happen. If they don't get Marte, if they don't get somebody big and they can't afford, they have to go for it. I can't see the Diamondbacks going after like a second baseman, right? And whether it's Screw Jeanette or somebody to that caliber and keeping Marte in center field. I just can't see it. So I see Hazen is just slowly putting together small pieces little by little, trying to get putting it together minor pieces, and then he's looking for one major piece, or he's looking to find somebody like a Carson Kelly type diamond in the rough, because Kelly turned out to be a hitter that nobody expected, right? And a really pretty damn good catcher. He looked like he didn't do anything because he was behind Molina, and he got his chance to shine in Arizona. He was clutch. Looks like he's going to hit you 20-something home runs and bat you 270-something, and he can catch the staff. You take that any day, right? And he wasn't even the centerpiece behind the Goldschmidt trade. So I think Hazen has this in mind. I think this is what's going to happen. And I wouldn't hate if we get another left-handed bullpen piece. I wouldn't hate it. I'm just not comfortable with Chafin being the only lefty out of the bullpen, and I'm not comfortable with just having Rondon or Bradley or just Yohan Lopez all pitch to lefties. We have a lot of righties in there. So we have Ginkel, Yohan Lopez, Archie Bradley, Junior Guerrera, Matt Andriese. We have a lot of righties definitely just coming out of the ball. And that's tough because when we play like Colorado and they throw Blackman at you and stuff like that, and you need that out, it can't just be Chafin, right? Especially when we play the Dodgers, who they throw a bunch of lefties at you with Seager and Bellinger and Max Muncy, and then, did I mention Bellinger? Oh, Jock Peterson. When you got all these guys, right? Like you need somebody besides Chafin, because you can't keep seeing the same lefty over and over. Which is why it was kind of good to have McFarland, but even though he wasn't amazing, he had a couple of good years with us. So it's something. It's better than nothing. I like the move. Tell me what you guys think. Again, you tip your hat to Hazen. The guy's a genius. The guy just tries not to kill our budget. And then real quick, if you guys look up next year, look what's coming up for our Diamondbacks when it comes to payroll. We don't have much on payroll besides Madison Bumgarner. There's not going to be a lot. It's pretty insane how much the Diamondbacks are going to have soon. Something's happening. I don't know what, I don't know when, but something's happening. And I really kind of think it's all going to be depending on how we start doing this year coming up. But Hazen's a winner. I don't see him ever being a loser. I see he's too competitive. I see this guy making this team dominant for years to come. The Dodgers have been really quiet. Something's happening there. So we'll see. Anyway, thank you guys, and I look forward to talking tomorrow. Take care.